everybody. I am sorry I didn't get with you last week, but I had a very busy week last week, babysitting and doing other things. So we're right back at it with our nonviolence, and the topic today is acceptance. So I'm going to read to you what you should do with your child, if you're practicing this with your child. Let's see. Acceptance. 3 times a day, just look in the mirror and say, I love you to yourself, because the first place that we always start off with this is with ourselves, then within our family and our homes, and then it can translate out into our community, because the whole point of nonviolence is to create peace for yourself, and then that should in return create peace, more peace in your community. So acceptance. Do that with your kids. Like, it's so powerful, because you have to really love who you are. Like, you have to teach your children at an early age to love themselves, their brain, their body, their hair, their eyes, their skin, their smile, their personality, everything about them is interesting and exciting. And then the thing for grown-ups to do and reflect on this week, it says, resentment, fear, criticism, and guilt guilt causes more problems than anything else, says Louis Hay. Today, choose not to judge yourself. Your looks, your capabilities, your expressions, see yourself as unique, loving, capable, and bright. So again, it's starting with yourself, but then once you then try to take it outside of yourself into your family, just accept members in your family, and then take that into when you have conversations and encounters with people out in the world, to accept them for who they are too, without judgment and just with an open and honest heart. So for me personally, I want to accept my age, so that's why I cut all my hair off, because I'm going gray, and it was ridiculous to dye my hair gray when I could just cut it off and let it grow in gray. I want to accept my beliefs, like the things that I value, the things that I treasure. I want to accept my greatness, like things that I'm great on. I don't want to be ashamed of the fact that I am good at some things, and that's part of who I am, and that's good. I can still be humble and know that I'm a great person. I want to accept my success. I want to celebrate my success, just like how I want to learn from my failures, so I want to accept that, and I want to accept failure, see it as a learning opportunity. I want to, what did I say here? And I want to accept the fact that I have a faith, that I believe in something, and that I know God has all things under control for me, so that I don't have to worry about anything that's going on in my life, because I know He wants the best for me. So those are just some things that I jotted down about how I can work on that with myself. And then of course acceptance is don't be judgy, don't be jealous, don't be fearful of other people, rejoice in people's success, help them out when they're falling down, give them a hand. Accept that we all have these life cycles, and we're not always on top. Sometimes we're on the bottom, or we're just climbing up to the top, or just slid off the top, because we're going backwards instead of forwards, but we have all done that. So try not to criticize, and then try not to create guilt, not just for yourself, but for other people either. And try not to be fearful, because you're wonderfully made, and there's nothing to be afraid of. Put your worries aside. You can't control life because you're worrying about everything. You can control your life by being positive. So accept your situation where you're at in life, and accept that you have a dream and you want to do more, because that's the best thing you can do for yourself. See yourself as unique, and bright and intelligent and smart, and be positive about yourself, just like how you're positive about other people. Be encouraging to yourself, like how you're encouraging to other people when they come to you and they have trouble. Be therapeutic to yourself too in a positive way. So I wanted to read the definition for acceptance. The action of consenting to receive or undergo something offered, acceptance. So when I used to go to church, something that I was always told by my pastor is that when you don't accept a gift, you're blocking someone's blessing. So don't be don't feel like you can't accept things that people want to give to you, because you can. That is a blessing for you. You don't have to feel bad about it. You should just be happy that they've decided to bless you in some area in your life. It might be words of advice. It might be a book. It might be any little thing that someone blesses you with. Be happy about that. Another thing is, some people see acceptance as like being admitted into a group. So I would say, like, if you're working on with your family, and that, in your house with acceptance, is like accept everyone for who they are. Teach them early that life's not about changing people, it's about accepting people and appreciating the special skills and talents that they have, and encouraging people to go ahead in those areas that they excel in. And then accepting is, acceptance is also like when you're being taught something, to accept that. So that's why I always encourage people to read for themselves and figure out what it is you want to believe in on your own before you get into all these formal situations where people are telling you what truths are. Like, find your truth yourself first. So I mean, that's really all I have. All I want to say is just work on acceptance, not only for yourself, but for your family members, and then for your outside community. If you're like feeling really good about yourself and you have great self-esteem and you know who you are and that's not an issue, you take it outside. Make sure everybody in your family feels good about who they are. And then just make sure that when you encounter people in public, that you're not judgy and that you're not critical, and that you don't create environments for people where they are fearful, create environments for people where there is unity, so that people feel accepted. Because a lot of people don't have a group that they can associate with, but if you're offering someone a friendship, that is like acceptance too. Some people just need a friend. So I just want to tell you, work on acceptance this week. I'll come, next week our topic will be self-forgiveness. But just right now, this week, just work on acceptance, work on it for yourself, work on it with your family members, and then work out outside in the community. And then all this will create more peace for yourself, peace in your home, and then hopefully a more peaceful community for us to live in. All right, peace.